Hello again and welcome to another review by Mega Train Lover, and today it's a really special review because it's a review on a really old locomotive. Trust me, this isn't going to be a proper review, and here it is. It's a it's not really a prototype, it's not really based on a particular type of engine, but after some online research on Hornby Loco 7178, it's a Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 040 steam locomotive. I got this in Brighton for £35, but it also came with free four-wheeled coaches. But it is worth the money, and it has been DCC fitted. At first it was DC, but then it was DCC fitted to make it standard, because all my locomotives are DCC. And yeah, and it is an old model. It is really old. It's about 36 years old, and while doing the online research, I discovered that this model was either released in 1976 or 1977, but I think my particular one is a 1977 because it has a later motor. But still, it's really old and it's not really up to modern standards. But let's get down to the details, shall we? Well, here's the locomotive, and what can I say? It's very nice. It's obviously not the most detailed. It's quite basic. The handrails are moulded, and there's not an awful lot of detail. There's no cab detail, but the coal is nice, and obviously the buffers are not sprung. And you do get a separately fitted whistle there, and that is separately fitted. It's not moulded on. It is separately fitted. So it's quite a basic model, but it looks really nice. I mean, the livery on it is quite nice, even though it's quite basic. But it's such a cute little model. I mean, look at its wheels. Wow, that's really nice. You see the motor inside, and it's number 7178. If you want more information, then just type into Google Hornby 7178 and it will come up with all sorts of information. You know what Google can be like. You know what Google is like. It just gives you all the information you need, pretty much. So not a lot to say about this locomotive. You can't really get it now because, well, it's old. So, and plus they only released this for about 2 years, 1976, 1977, and now they only produced about 40,000 of them, I do believe. And then my particular one came from a set called the Rambler, but I brought it with just the locomotive and the free coaches. And I'll have a video of them running later on. But just look at it. I mean, for its age, it's quite good. It's quite good detail for its age. Not the best, but still quite nice. Fits nicely with my other 040s, and I do have quite a few of them. But anyway, let's put it. Whoops-a-daisy. Not to worry. It survived the fall. But anyway, let's put it on the track and see how it goes. So here we have the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 040, and we're now I'm going to put it on the track. So very simple, we just put it there because it's only got 4 wheels. Now bear in mind that the performance of this model is not perfect at all because, well, it's old, but it still runs. So let's just see. So well, there it goes. It does stutter, but it's quite old, so it is rather understandable. But it seems to run okay. But now it's improving. But prior to filming this review, I did test it, of course, to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Oh, but the thing is, it's still an okay runner, not the best. But then again, you know, it is a well 35-year-old model, so it's understandable. But still, it's a better runner than a Hornby single wheeler. Oh dear, I mean the single wheeler could barely move an inch. This goes all around the layout. In order for a single wheeler to run, I have to push it along. If you're asking why if you remember, I did have a single wheeler. I was frankly so fed up with it that I sold it. But I'm not going to sell this because it's quite a special locomotive in my collection. Oh look, shoots off, stops. Oh well. Now before I conclude this video, actually I'm going to conclude this video now. Just to conclude this video, I want to say that it's a nice locomotive, and if you can get her, great. Although you can't really because she is old. And don't expect tons and tons of videos on this locomotive because I'm not going to be running it too often, as it is rather old, and it could clunk out at any point. I hope it doesn't, but anyway, see you in the next review, and goodbye. Come on, go.